go ahead. Yeah, so it's very, very interactive. All right.
Yep.
So this is our organization.
Yep. Okay, so obviously what we do, our company is a conscious business where we have what we do is we focus on our training and coaching, helping people to have success in their life and career by providing long-term quality education and mentorship. At the same time, we also go help other marginalized communities who don't have a voice and they're struggling. Like in this photo, it's a refugee family where two of the children is hearing impaired. So we were able to use our business to channel the profits to actually get them fix their hearing aid. And this is the first time in 5 years where the child can hear the parents again. So they were crying, and then we also in the background, we were crying as well, and that really gives us a lot of fulfillment when we do our business, and we can help others along the way as well. So we have a one help one model where for every training and coaching that we have, for example, all these companies that we do training for, we will contribute to our beneficiaries, low-income families, homeless, and also refugees as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically what we do is our programs, when we do coaching and training, we also sponsor other people who are like refugees into our program. So this is one of the programs that we did for Hassan and Hanan. One is a refugee and one is a migrant. So we did how to be a great communicator workshop, and we did a lot of internal work because a lot of people do not understand that. They focus a lot on physical things, like how can we fix things physically, but they don't understand that there's a lot of mindset. The foundation is actually the mindset that stops a lot of people from achieving success. So when we did the internal work with Hassan is a very charming fellow. We met him in 2015, and he's very charming. He learns, he can speak Malay and English, learning from YouTube, and he's very funny, but he has a dark side where he saw his friends and his relatives got killed in front of his own eyes. So he has the suicidal tendencies. So we went to a lot of internal work, and after clearing all this trauma and all the internal negative programming, Hassan achieved one breakthrough after another. He started his own volunteer network, helping other refugees as well. He was featured on a lot of media channels because of his social impact work. And one of the things that we are proud of, he became a TEDx speaker. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we want to share with you before we start the Q&A part. Is we want to share about our COVID lockdown story, because this is a lot of turning points came to us during this lockdown, right? What happened was in March, we were already hearing about the lockdown in different countries like China, and then we were like hearing that it's going to be a lockdown in Malaysia. So we were wondering like, what's going to happen if lockdown? There's going to be a lot of challenges. So I remember the night before the lockdown, I was sleeping, and then I heard Murshidah was crying. She was crying, and I said, what's going on? But I was just too tired to wake up. So I just decided to pray for her and do a lot of prayers. Then Murshidah will share with you why she was crying.
Yeah, actually a couple of things. First incident, I think like this, Zeal knew. Panic. Oh my God, I have bills, lots of bills. I invested some things to grow our business, and traveling as well that I was supposed to do. And we, I've also invested some money in certain travels, and I've got money coming in through my training. And it's like more than $10,000. Yeah. So I was like, before I already planned, but when all of these things happened, and when the lockdown happened, and I knew I didn't have to wait for my marketers to call me and say, because PM said that, Prime Minister have said that there's a lockdown, our training will be cancelled. I knew they're gonna say that, right? So I was praying and asking God to please guide me and show me what am I supposed to do with all this. And I don't like to be one of those people who will call and say, oh, can you I can't pay because of this. I want to keep on going, because I have already promised the people that I'm gonna pay, and all of these thoughts came in. So what happened was at that time, a couple of things came. One is, yes, the lost money, but what was the bigger fear for me at that time was that anytime our life is so fragile, anytime we can go. We've seen people like in the
healthy, and then they suddenly they in just a few weeks they pass away.
They got COVID and they pass away, and then they have an accident, they pass away. So it was like a wake-up call for me that this pandemic could be as bigger than we thought, and we will be gone faster than we think or we assume. Yeah, we can't assume when we're going to go. But I was like, am I ready to meet my maker? Am I ready with all the things that I said I was going to do and all that I said, oh, this is my dreams, this is my purpose, blah, blah, blah. Have I done even half of it? And I said, I feel like I haven't. That's why I felt like I haven't. So I said, you know, I asked for extension of my life and, you know, so that I will be able to fulfill my life purpose, at least slightly more than half of the way, you know. That was what I feared, because anytime, I could go. And the other thing also was that, yeah, you know, all of these things, like have I done enough for others as well? So all of these thoughts that came in, and that's when, you know, after that, Zeal and I, we had a meeting after
what we did was we looked at like, we had a team meeting the next morning, and we looked at what are the current resources that we have that we can use immediately to change and pivot our business. And one of the resources was Dennis, because we met him in Arizona last year, and he owns a sales and marketing automation platform with the app and everything. So we had, Dennis one person that we can contact. So we had a Zoom meeting with him the very next morning to talk to him about how can we take our business from offline to online, because we can't do any more offline. And Dennis shared with us some ideas, and we immediately implemented the online platform, which we were postponing for so many months. We actually managed to implement in the next few days.
And then also
and you can see on the right side, we did our first webinar with our members to tell them about what we're going to do.
So as you can see, right, whatever resources that you already have, look at them, because these are something that you can use. And if any of you have not heard my interview of how I went from 2 ringgit to 20,000 ringgit back in 2006 when I first came to KL. You know, I told you, you know, my last business failed. When we moved to KL, we had no money. Zeal had a job and he was fired. So it was like, I only had 2 ringgit at that time. And we were given 2 weeks before before we would be homeless, right? So within that 2 weeks, we looked at resources, and I had database. So that was like the resources that I already have. What can I do with these current resources, right? So that is where I used it, and within less than 2 weeks, I've got $20,000, right? Of course, 20,000 ringgit at that time. So it was looking at what resources you currently have that other people will need, that can create that income for you, or that instant cash flow for you. The next one.
Right. So when we all these things happen, we heard one by one, even like big companies, we were so surprised that they closed one by one, closing, like Xprit, this magazine, what's Jelita magazine, is it?
No, all the Vogue magazine.
Vogue magazine, they were closing down. And we wondered like why is these companies all closing down? And then even our favorite hotel that we used to go for, we used training, vacation, we used to go to Gurney Hotel, they also closed down. No? So we're wondering, right, what can we do to actually overcome the challenges? And then when we talk to the people in our community as well, we heard that they also have that challenges. That's when we decided to immediately start our online Live a Legacy Conscious Business community to help the members as well. So one of the reasons why we started Live a Legacy was we found that a lot of business, when they start, especially startups and SME, their main challenge is creating awareness for their products and services, marketing their product and services. Because when we go to a lot of networking events, a lot of the events is actually based on a lot of very hard selling, or just centered about one person trying to hard sell his product, but they don't really care about the well-being of the community or about other people. So we decided to connect with get conscious business, which is people who want to do good, at the same time help others, and we connect people all around the globe. That's our first intention.
I want to ask some of you here, have you all attended some networking events where all they do is hard sell each other? They shove their business card, and then after that they
don't even allow you to talk.
And then they said, okay, we'll fix an appointment, and the appointment is just based on them selling you their business, asking you to join their business or to invest in their business or something like that, right?
So I don't hear. I don't think I ever attend that kind of businesses meeting. Maybe because I'm starting my business, so the community has not grown well enough. I think.
That's right, Christine. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, exactly. So it's not a very fun environment to be in because that is not networking. That is not the way business networks are done. So the business networks are done where you see the value in each other's businesses. And of course, we see how in a way you get educated instead of being sold to on the spot when there's no need. But it is to get to know each other's business so that you can refer. And if possible, whether that person is your customers. And it's not like there shouldn't be a sale done. There should be a sale done. But to see whether that is the right person that you'll be selling to. And that's why we call ourselves conscious, because we are looking to work with people who are the right target market for us, and also to get them to find the right customers for themselves, right? To get the customers for themselves.
Yeah, the intention at the beginning was just to focus a lot on the social impact part, helping people to do social impact. But when we talk to the entrepreneurs that enter our community, we find that they themselves are struggling in their own business. Moreover, they cannot even meet their basic necessities or their company cash flow. They cannot even contribute to other social costs. That's why we decided to provide also a mentorship and support for them to actually get visibility and also to grow their business as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so we have worked with a lot of good-hearted people over the years. They are like NGOs, they are non-profits, they are charity organizations or individuals who just want to do charity. And we notice this same pattern. A lot of them want to give, but they themselves are struggling, either in their own business or they find that they don't have enough money to give. And they always say, oh, I wish I could. And also they do get some resentment, which is something I said, it's not a very fun place to be in as well when you want to give, but you feel angry giving the person whatever help you want to give, right?
Yes.
So the other things that they also keep depending on is donations, and after a while they do get donors fatigue, right?
What we noticed was like when we do a lot of work with our refugees, we tell them like, okay, you need to pay for your rental, your basic necessities. Do not wait until the last minute to be able to get the money. You must find a way to actually get some income to do it. But if they don't do it, then they panic, then they ask from different NGOs, they don't get. So the best thing is to plan, not just for refugee, but also for business. Before any kind of disasters happen, you must plan upfront already, a few months in advance, to have a contingency plan. If anything happens, what can I do to overcome it,
So that's why we started this platform, and some of the ladies here are in our community already that we are coaching and getting the support system from those who are already in the conscious mindset. So we have two platforms. The Leave a Legacy platform is open to all for people who want to start a business or grow their business or increase their profits, right? And we help them create visibility online and offline, right? Online right now, more online. I would say 80% online. We are starting to go offline already. We'll do our offline events.
Probably next month.
Most likely next month. Just fine tuning the process and the SOPs.
Involved,
so that we're gonna do. There will be offline also, so that there will be physical networking as well and getting to know each other. The purpose is to grow profits with purpose. We want the entrepreneurs in our community to be able to make profits, and be able to do good through their business at the same time. So it's not just about making money, and you
give to your
you help your customers, you add value to your customers, you help to your suppliers and all that, and you give to charity. It is not about that. We believe charity is separate from purpose and social impact. Charity is charity. We don't know
do it anytime.
And we don't want to know how much you give to charity. It is personal. But when we want to coach you on your business, it's how can you grow your business so that as you grow your business, someone else is benefiting. Say for example, you hire a low income person and you help them come out or elevate their poverty through working with your organization, right? Or maybe somebody from a hearing impaired person or a handicap, disabled person, to be able, a special needs person, to be able to be part of your organization and grow your organization so that you are actually making profits through your business, and that you are also hiring openly. You don't restrict in terms of race, religion, or whether a person is able or not, for example, right? And also, as you grow your business, this could be people who do products. You are actually cleaning the environment through your products.
Yeah.
So as people say, wash their face with your product, yeah? They actually, whatever residue is actually good for the environment. It actually goes back to the environment.
Or at least it does not destroy the environment.
Yeah, so stuff like examples like that. And also through your work that you are doing, as you help other people, maybe you're a consultant or a coach, you are actually helping solve a certain problem for a group of people to improve their economy or improve their personal growth. And you do good through that, and it's a long-term impact that you are creating. So our goal is to create a sustainable impact on 3 areas, which is the society. We want people to be able to, like I come from Singapore, right? We depend a lot on human resource. When the people are empowered, educated, and they have a certain kind of values, right? That's where the country actually thrives, right? So I believe strongly in people, even in businesses, right? If we want to hire people, we want to have partners with people, you must choose the right values of the people, or through your business you create good values, something like that. And a planet, the environment is kind of like so challenged right now with so many issues with the world. So this is something we also would like businesses, if it's not about the people, it is about the planet, right? And the other one is economy. And I'm going to share with you the organization that we have partnered with as well. And we're working very closely with them. And it's the AREBA, which is ASEAN Inclusive and Responsible Business Alliance. We work with all the ASEAN countries around this region, in this region, in ASEAN, to grow the economy. Because what we would like to do with ASEAN is that we are countries that actually do good, and we want to eliminate all this child trafficking, child trafficking and all this work, child workforce and children's workforce, all coming out from a lot of the third world countries, including those in ASEAN. So this is something I'm very passionate about, to raise the economy of ASEAN so that we can eliminate all of this, child trafficking and abuse and all this unwanted sex industry. And the other one is the family leadership community, which is the women's leadership group where we empower women. So women, I think there is a saying, right? When you empower the women, you actually empower the world, right? So this is
we met one person from the Nobel Prize winner, Professor, I forgot his name, the one that did we met him in UPM. He does the microcredit.
Yes. Yusuf. Yunus.
Professor Yunus. So what happened was he created a microcredit loans for the low income and all that. And then he said that when he empowered the woman over there, they pay, most of them pay back their loans, and they can create so much impact in their community versus just giving to the man alone. The men usually use on other things, but the women, they will use for their families, their children, for education. So the woman plays a very big role, which is a lot of people do not see the importance of empowering the woman in the community, because they can create so much impact as well.
So that's why this community is actually to grow this women's mindsets and values.
But before we go into this, let's go into the Q&A first. Let's go to the Q&A, but before we do that, stop share. Let's do the Q&A, and then you also can share maybe also like what are the challenges that you face during the COVID lockdown, or what you did, or and you want to share, feel free to share about that. Then we will do in the Q&A when you want to ask any questions as well if you want to ask. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions.
Hey, hi. So when I started going online, and I think that was probably my first program, I think was quite late on, it was in May. And it was one of my signature courses that everything I did was online. And I started working on it, and I started developing it so I can create it online. And there were definitely benefits to it in terms of I can reach a wider market. So there were people from the US, there were people from the UK, and whereas otherwise they wouldn't have been able to come, it was good. But the fee is less because obviously it's online. So, you know, not everything is in person, so the price is less. And what I found is it worked well for the first couple of times. And I think my issue is mostly marketing. And maybe, I don't know. So when you sort of face this issue where you said you had to take all your online, offline work online, because all my work was pretty much offline, even my one-to-one coaching, my retreats, everything is like offline. What was it that we really need to focus on to get the right people to notice that, hey, I'm here and this is what I'm doing? Because I've done it a few times now, but I want to be able to really get it out to a wider market in a way that people who aren't aware that I exist can know, but the right people. And I actually got like a social media person. I hired him for a little bit. It didn't work out. I mean, it was helpful for me to know how things work, but it was, yeah, not the best. But how did you manage to do it in such a short period of time before you even developed your own community, which I know you have now?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? In a roundabout way, what I'm trying to get to?
Yeah.
So maybe you want to share about the survey that you did, the survey on to getting your ideal customers.
Yeah, I did a survey. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're looking, if your question is about even before COVID, right? Before COVID, what I did in order to get my message all out there. Is that what your question is also? Like, how do I go in a bigger way? Yeah, COVID it kind of helped because I use the current resources that I have, the contacts that I already gathered, and then use that to bring people online. Okay. So that was, and then we have our CRM system, and that's where we start to learn the system and also send out emails online regularly. How I started from that zero, is that what from the time I came to Kuala Lumpur, it was all offline. I did a lot of business networking. I did, you know, I met the locals, and I always work with people with a circle of influence.
So okay, one-to-one, you work with the people that has already
the network. The network of people, right? And I did research on this as well. And from there, word got around to a contact of mine who put me on television. One show. They just said, okay, we're just gonna try you out. One show on RTM2 at that time. It was an English show because I said, oh, my Malay is a little bit, weak, and it's not one of those my strengths. So they said, oh, they need more English speakers, English speaking speakers who sound Malaysian. Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. So I went on TV. And then after that, they said, oh, ratings went up, and then I got a regular slot for the next 5 years as a motivation speaker. So that one got me a lot of followers, and some of them are still following me, and some of them have been following me since, back then, And it came from Singapore and Malaysia because it was Malaysian television. So Singaporeans have access to Malaysian TV also. So that was what happened. But that happened because I was networking. I was not talking so much about selling my programs. I was networking, asking people. If you remember the how I got people to like me was, what can I do for you? How can I help you? So they, through that I was asked conversations, and that was how people got to know my work. So the television kind of increased my things. And then also and then the newspapers started to pick up because they saw me on TV. They got me this, and then we have the Malay language stations also, but I think a few times I was on TV. I was such a disaster trying to switch English to Malay. So after that they start to cut down on my Malay presence, Malay language presence. So that was not working. So and I also learned a lot about myself. So I said where I should focus where my strength is, which is in the English speaking community, and that was what I focused on. And then also I was very visible on Facebook. Back in 2007, when Facebook started, I was there. Twitter started, I was there. If you
Yeah.
see my Twitter now, I stopped posting on Twitter already because I find that the engagement, not the
It's not your
engagement,
target market, right? That's why you
the
didn't,
target market was not very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it quite nasty. Because I went into advocacy and then I got, you know, death threats through Twitter at one time. So I'm not very active there, but I've got like 5,000 plus followers, all where it was up and coming, and I went in at that time.
Yeah.
So Facebook, I was early on, I was there, and I was very visible online, and I've got followers. And when Twitter started, I was on Twitter. Britney Spears is following me, you know? So I was like, yeah, Britney Spears. And then now Instagram, I noticed Zeal was watching my, Zeal, you know? And I was like, what? Zeal is watching my stories. So I sent him a message, but I don't know, it could be his social media manager. But it's like, wow,
okay,
you know?
as long as you have that kind of visibility.
Yoko Ono followed me on Twitter at that time, you know, they followed me. So it's like stuff like this, that, and Marie Osman followed me on Instagram. So I was like, wow, all these people. So, but I'm not sure whether it's really them or whether it's their social media manager. Yeah. But this started to, that got me a lot of visibility, and I work a lot with influencers also. Influencers, not as in celebrity influencers just for the sake of
getting the name, is working with quality people who are actually adding value as well.
Yeah, so I work with people with a circle of influence that I know who is behind them, that I have the right audience with, and I make sure that I don't use them, because I know how it feels like to be used, right? Not like people only befriend you because of what you have. So I make sure that the person that I want to be in contact with, I'm actually adding value and I'm helping the person. So that's
so this is the difficulty that I have, and I've had in Malaysia. One, because of the language, because obviously I don't speak Malay. I mean, I'm trying to sort of like integrate in different spaces, but I've had real difficulty just trying to network in a space where I'm like, hi, I can definitely add value. I'm happy to be able to serve. But, you know, these circles of influence, it's really tough sometimes to be able to enter it. And there's been, sometimes I've gone to places because someone's invited me and I'm like, please let me know if there's anything going on. And then I find out that actually it's in Malay, right? So then, you know, you just kind of go through it, and it's really, I'm struggling with this idea of like, I know once I meet somebody physically and, you know, we can connect, I can make it work. Like that isn't the problem. It's kind of just getting in through the door. Like, where should I be looking? Where should I be networking? How should I be doing it? And that's part of the reason of why I joined the community, because I'm like, great, somebody who actually, you know, is part of like wider communities, but at the same time speaks English and I can relate to, and, you know, all of that. And I find that once you connect with someone in a personal way, you can actually, even if there's nothing straight away, at least that person is within your kind of like realm of like possibility, right? And they can do that. So this is what I think I've been struggling with a lot whilst being here. And I've been in KL now for 5 years, which I think is a considerable amount of time. And so I have friends, but I don't really have that circle of influence where people are at that level or wanting to play at that level, or I'm able to connect with them.
Exactly. So I'm always on the lookout. I know exactly, because I'm always looking to go bigger. I want to go, okay, let's say I want to go to this market. I want to go to this country. Who do I know there? So I go with who I know first, and that's where you go deep. You know, you go deep. Okay, this is how you go wide, and then you go deep. Because but don't spread yourself so wide that you don't go deep. Go wide and then go deep in whatever your contexts are, and go deep. It can be a few layers of introductions before you meet the person, right? And it's not social. I mean, when I go to a new place, a new country, I backpacked before, and I made friends around the world by going somewhere where, you know, I don't know anybody, and I make friends, right? So when you are new, you make friends first, and then after that you find the right kind of target group that you want to be friends with in the first place, right? And then after that you go deep. Who do they know? Who do they know? You hang around their if it's business, their business circles, and then you see their values and whether this is where it is that you want to invest your time in, and you go deep in that, because sometimes you will see somebody in there who knows somebody, and then we are always 6 degrees of separation anyway. But you set your intent, and then you look, and where can you, which organization can you be a volunteer in or be a part of that can actually, you will see the kind of networks that would be able to either recommend you, or they are direct direct customers as well.
You know, one of the things that really made a difference for us, especially during the COVID period, was having a CRM system, the customer relationship management, where our mistake in the past, and I'm sure a lot of people made this mistake, is they focus online. For them, it's social media. They go on FB, they go on all the social media, and they share their story, they do the lives and all this. But the problem is they do not have a funneling system to a database management system. So what happened is they do all this live, they get interaction, but after a while, they forget about the customers to follow up. So our mentor used to say the follow up, the money is in the follow up. So when we started implementing the CRM system, and we send regular, not just sales invitation, but also educational content, a lot of people who are from the past, they actually started coming into our community. That's why, and then they have been following us. They started joining our community because of the follow up. So that's why we really recommend how we're able to grow very fast, because we include the CRM. So everything that we did, our FB lives, everything that we did on social media always has a link to the CRM. We have a link. So when people register, immediately they go into our CRM. Then even though they do not join our community or buy anything from us at the first round, but when we send them regular follow-ups in the next few weeks, eventually a lot of them, they join us as well.
And I made this mistake, and Lynn, I grew very fast, right? When in Malaysia, I grew very fast. And then after that, I met one marketer. I went one corporate training marketer, and then I befriended her. And then after that, she said, okay, try out one program. I tried out, she had one program, and it was a big success. And after that, it was all word of mouth, right? So after that, I went to all the marketers, and I was saying, oh, I've done this, and this is the rates and all that. So that was how I got very busy, and I don't even have to market myself to corporates. There are always people. I've got at least about 50 marketers in Malaysia alone. Without, Singapore is separate, Brunei is separate, it's just Malaysia alone, it's just marketers, right? And direct customers are also separate. So these are things that you can start with one, and then also you look out if it works with one client, something in that profile that can help you also reach out to more people. So this was how I started. And like Zeal said, the CRM system is so important, because we went to a lot of networking. We met so many people, thousands of cards. You know, that's why our house, Noresha knows, it's very messy. We've got a lot of cards and paperwork and all that, right? We collected all this, but it was not funneled into a common CRM system. And that's what I noticed. When you don't have a CRM system and a constant way of always keeping in touch with them, it's going to be loose.
And they forget about you.
They forget about you. And you, that's why I said, if like you get them into your community where you are always engaging them, or get them into a common CRM system where you're always updating them or doing something with them, invite them to something. And that's where you can share and engage and get to know them better. That's where the relationship gets deeper, and they introduce you to other people. And you know, you say, oh, I'm also looking, I'm looking to grow this message in Indonesia, or I want to grow this message in Philippines. You don't know who knows who, but you must be also very clear in how you communicate your target market that you are looking for. And then they can say, okay, I know this person. Maybe you can contact this person in Indonesia who can open your network in Indonesia, or open your network in Philippines or something.
And also be friend with the people in our community, right? They can actually refer you to people. So spend time to talk to them and educate about your business as well. The moment they understand what you do and who's your target market, then they can refer you to other people. That's what we found very powerful. The word of mouth is actually very powerful, but we must share it in the proper way, that people understand our message, and when they share with others, it's not diluted in the translation.
And that's why we started this community, because we've seen people are not consistent in the way they are doing things. So when you are staying in a community, it's always reminding you of, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what's happening, and this is, you know, the message gets fine-tuned, and you keep using this message, and leverage on the networks or the people inside. Sometimes don't assume. Sometimes you go into a group of people and then you say, oh, these are all not my target market, but you don't know who they know that know someone that can be your direct target market. That's exactly what you need. So it's like so it's like you don't discount them, so just get to know and then go deep from there.
No, I mean, it makes complete sense. For me, it's like I've really got to develop this business circles. I don't feel like I have it. I have a lot of social circles and I have people who I know who do business, but I don't have business circles. And I want to be able to make best use of this community in a way. There's a lot of talent. There's people from everywhere. And I wonder if there's a way, and I think it's because it's all online as well. It's a bit, for me, it's challenging. I'm old school, right? I'm from that generation where I meet people, I talk to people, we figure things out. And when it's online, I definitely see the benefit. But when it comes to developing business circles, I wonder if there's a way for the community to be able to connect where we can talk about what we do in a more meaningful way that can leverage on both. Because we do our introductions and we work through it, but maybe it needs to go to the next level. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I feel like the business circles is where I need to focus. And I can't say I've done much about it in the last few months, but I think that's where we could have a bit of attention. I don't know how other people feel. I don't want to sort of take over.
Do you have a mastermind partner right now?
I do, yes.
Okay, who is it?
Nurul Fatiha.
Oh, Nurul Fatiha. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, she's in Singapore. All right. So what you can also do is in the community, you can also say, okay, you're looking for a certain target market, and you ask if someone in there can refer someone to you, or that is of that target market. A specific target market. And then they will know exactly and that's where you are also visible in the group. So that's why I say in your WhatsApp and all that, you engage and also share, add value as well, and also share about, oh, I have this is my target market. Does anybody in this community know someone of this particular background that I can be connected to? And it's different when I introduce to my friend compared to you go and source out on Facebook and add the person in and say, hi, you know, I heard from so and so. No, it's different when you say, okay, this is my target market. And then Noraisha will be like, oh, I know my sister-in-law's friend, best friend is doing this. Let me get in touch with her. And Noraisha gets in touch with that person and said, okay, and Lynn, go and connect. I've already talked to her. The introduction is different, right? Compared to you trying to go on your own. So use this community, and we have a global community. And I believe that, you know, you don't know who knows who. I mean, Jennifer, who is in Nebraska, can know somebody in China. We don't know. And you may want to meet somebody in China. Don't assume.
You know Jennifer from another friend that shared about a platform, right? So people can introduce people to your community, your programs, whatever you have, right?
Like I met Jennifer through Holly, my mastermind partner, right? And Holly is in Canada, right? And then Holly is now going to live in Tampa, in Florida, and I know a friend in Florida. So I connect them. So it's like that. You gotta ask, you gotta share, and if you know anybody, please refer them to me. And then you know, if somebody say, I know somebody, okay, you take the conversation offline, all right? And use this network, because if we have at least 10 people in your network, you know, 10 people will know at least 10 other people. That is like how many people already.
I think we lost you. Hi, guys. Oh, there you are. I think we lost you for a bit.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but no,
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
But my mastermind partner Nurul, she's based in KL actually, and we are planning on meeting. And she told me that she has all these friends that are coaches. I was like, yay, let's meet in person so that we can actually just have a conversation. She's tied up with some training at the moment, but yeah, I think it's just more of that. I think I'm good at that socially, and I've traveled around the world. I've lived in different countries, so I'm always connecting people, and people are connecting others. But when it comes to business, it's not working in that way, and that's where the shift needs to happen. I think
The same thing. How you make friends, how you do make business context is the same thing. Yeah. Just the conversation is a little bit different. Yeah. Just the conversation is a little bit different.
Yeah. What we did when we started doing networking, because we saw all this very hard selling, we were like so fed up, because people don't even want to give you time to talk. So what we did is we decided to change our way of doing it. Instead of trying to focus on trying to sell our business, we focus on adding value first, and also referring other people to other contacts. We connect people first. Once we connect people, then we realize that people also it's like a rippling effect where people want to connect us to other people as well. So when you start giving first, a lot of things will open up for you, opportunities. That's why we learned. That's why we decided to have this community where people not try to hard sell the business, but they want to sincerely help to connect other people. And that's like the culture that we want to create in our community as well.
Yeah.
Hi, Haslinda here. So if I could just add in and chime in a bit. Adeline, yes, it's true. Nurul has been caught up with a couple of trainings. She's been very busy for the past few weeks. And yes, between myself and Nurul, and we have we do know some fantastic coaches here in KL. And I'm a coach myself. Nurul is a certified coach. And I think that's one way that probably we can also meet up and we can actually see how we can actually help each other in order to widen our business circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of doing it alone, why don't you collaborate with each other, and then you come up with a program where there's a few of you, then you can co-promote together. That's a very good idea as well.
Yeah, so that's why having a community is important, because the community here is more on, we coach you to get to the next level and also do good at the same time, right? So the people in our community are those who are not like,
they're very
heart-centered. They are all heart-centered people, okay? So they're good people, so get to know them. Yeah, you are all in the WhatsApp, so you can just get to know, just say hi.
Yeah, we can connect. We can connect offline then, Lynn.
Yeah, don't keep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And
Nurul, yeah.
But the good news is, the good news is, starting from November, we're going to do offline events like we did before. So you guys can also come to the offline event. We're going to have some nice food to eat, and we have a bit of networking. So that is what we're going to do next month.
So with the premium partners, the premium members, I'm going to take them to play a bigger game. The bigger game in terms of visibility, to take leadership. So they're also welcome to host the offline meetups. But like Noraisha, I talked to Noraisha, and she'll be doing this in Singapore as well, together with Chef Rosila. And we're working the actual SOPs of the actual offline program, so it benefits the people attending, because we don't want it to be a social event where they come in, nothing, right? But no takeaway. So we got to make it something that you go there, we bring people as well, everybody brings people, but there's something concrete that they all can come out with. So we're working on that. So likely to start in September. Equivalent to the premium members in our community as well, there will be a mastermind, a higher level mastermind, and also publicity in Ariba as well, leadership within Ariba, which is in the ASEAN community.
More networks that you can
and also that one we're working with really, higher level, either entrepreneurs or decision makers as well. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
any other questions?
Noraisha, any question or anything, any sharing also, it's fine, that you have experience or
something that people can benefit from as well.
Okay, Murshidah, can I share?
Go ahead.
Yeah, my journey with Murshidah started because we actually met in a platform of word of mouth marketing. Yeah, that's one of the platform, and I actually really stayed in that platform for 5 years. Right, Murshidah, we were in that platform.
Yeah.
It's that platform actually uh, does a lot of marketing, self-development work, which we actually learn about pitching, which we actually learn about presentation, and it's about visibility. Every week, every 2 weeks once, we attended the meeting and we will get visibility. And then what happened was, every time when we had the meeting, we will have new people that we will get to know, business owners, and we will always find out, like Mushidah's favorite keyword is like, what can we help you? So it's for others to share, and for us to understand what is their challenges that they face during the business. And during that business meeting, there's a lot of people, many business owners that came. And in one of those business meeting, I actually met someone there. And during that business meeting, I was actually invited to fly to Jakarta to do a pitching during that time. And it's through that business meeting, and that's where I got visibility there. And when I went to Jakarta just for that event, although I was given, like, I think it's just a 15 minutes or half an hour pitching, but that half an hour created quite an impact uh, for me, and it has, and they actually remember my 30 minutes pitching up to today. My friend who brought me over to Jakarta was still talking about it, and eventually he actually did a lot of empowerment workshops overseas, like in Australia. And there's even once that he said, can I have your essential oil sample? Can you do essential oil sample for me for 100 packs, because he was having it in Australia. So I was preparing for him the 100 pack sample, and then I brought and I put 2 essential oil. One is peppermint, one is orange. And I told him, since it's a workshop, I'll let them get their left brain activated and their right brain activated. And I showed him how to use the essential oil. And then while training, he actually shared with the people how they can use their essential oil package. And then everybody was so refreshed during, he said, the 3 days was success, because everybody was refreshed. Every time when they got sleepy, they inhale the essential oil, and it was something that a lot of people remember, right? And he said, even if I'm not there, but because I've already imparted him with the knowledge, right? So eventually my presence was like as if it's there. And it's something really amazing, because the fact that during that time, if I did not if I was not with Murshidah, if I did not attend this kind of marketing platform of pitching, of how to be visible, of how to present ourselves, I guess that I would not be able to create an impact, because for others to actually know me more and understand what my business is all about. I guess it's really about that. And a lot of time, I'm really shy during that time, but I really had to hide my shyness, and I really had to speak up. And it was a lot of blabbering in the beginning, right? I was learning during that time, but eventually, when your mind, you really need to learn how to do conditioning. It's a lot of conditioning that we had, like 2 weeks once. It's really about conditioning. So every time when I have to attend meeting, I always have to switch my mind, the serious businesswoman code, the serious. And eventually, after some time, you got yourself conditioned. Your mind is naturally forgetful, but that to me is an amazing practice platform for me to get my professionalism centered. And that's where, whenever I go after that, it was really a different thing after all. So this is something that I want to share to you, ladies.
Yes, wonderful. And I know Noraisha also through another business network of mine, a contact of mine. All right. And then somehow, because it went deep, right? So now Noraisha, I am closer to her than the person that I met, who introduced us, right? And I know Noraisha's contacts also through that. And I have, that's how it works. And whoever I know in Malaysia, I introduced her to some of the people in Malaysia as well, and she grew her business in Malaysia through those networks.
And I noticed Noraisha was very smart during the COVID period, because she did not do it alone. What she did was she did a lot of webinars, and she get other people in the community to come together to speak on the platform. That means she also give visibility to other people. At the same time, we all can do it as a group instead of doing it alone. And from there, we got many good contacts, and some people even attended our sessions as well from Noraisha's contacts. So I thought that was a very good collaboration. Instead of trying to work alone, you share your resources, you share your database with other people, and in turn, because of the law of a universe, you will get more when you share more. You know?
Yes.
That's the formula behind it, actually.
And then also for our premium partners, we are looking at their messaging, and we'd like to also have a highlight, a member highlight, you know, for the upcoming webinars. But what the last 3 months that I'm doing is there are people who are in the premium. We just need to fine tune their messaging before we put them on stage and you know, promote them, because you gotta get your message right, your image right, and consistent. So that's what we are also working on, So that's where we give visibility also to the members, the premium members as well. So that's the program that is coming up.
Any other questions?
What else can we also share?
Maybe Cik Barhanuddin, that you just joined. Maybe do you have any questions that you want to ask us?
Where are you from? How do you
maybe you want to share, introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, but you have to hook onto the mic, you know. Now you're muted because you come in just now. You must say connect to ini.
Yeah, you must connect to
the computer,
to the audio.
Yeah, this is Barha is also Baharudin.
Yeah, your other one is also not connected, is it? Okay, now I think you
are. Now you're connecting. Yes.
Okay.
Now let's present some people. No, cannot hear.
Christine, she got to leave to another meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, Christine, for your time, Christine.
Yes, we'll keep in touch again.
Let's take a picture before we go.
Okay, one take picture first.
Okay,
Thanks.
let's take a photo.
Yeah, take photo. 1, 2.
Wait, open the big screen first.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wait, just take one picture.
We take one first before we move on. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Christine, you were introduced by a friend in Jakarta, is it? One of my friends.
No, actually my partner is from Singapore. I think you remember. His name is Firdaus Abu Bakar. Get in touch with him.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay, we'll keep in touch with you also. We'll
sure.
And then we'll talk to you as well.
Thank you very much, guys, because I have to hold another workshop in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I really have to go. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. Also see through context, right? Okay. Cik Baharudin. Barhanuddin.
For me, my name is Baharudin. Okay, usually I was doing the consultant and training and consultant. The way what I doing for the motivation, skill, kemahiran for the student, for the university, then also the polytechnic. Because I own my own business, that's where I try to convert my business to all in Malaysia first. But for time being, I was still new. I don't know how the way to go on the marketing side. That's the way I will try to involve all the meeting here, then how to know how to market the consultant and training side. That's why I was asking you outside lah. If you had a member or what, so try to push me on that and teach me about how to do the marketing on the training consultant.
Okay. Yeah, inshallah. Yes, let's we can talk after this also. Definitely here is about you marketing yourself, and also we want to connect you to the target market that you are asking for. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. I want to share something about our community.
What can now happen now Barha, now is what happened is because of the COVID, right? We cannot do training and coaching the same way that we did in the past. We must do a bit of innovation and a bit of pivoting where we cannot rely 100% offline. We must do online. That's why we encourage like trainers, coaches, immediately bring your content online as well. So like what we did was we did a lot of FB lives where we share certain content about what we do, and then we funnel these people to our webinar that we did during COVID. We did twice a week. And then
usually I do on Facebook also. I use Facebook, I use Instagram, then I use YouTuber also, so I can try to market myself. For time being, yes, but on the government side, I got a lot of support from the government also.
Very good.
That's why nowadays I'm going to do some training in the port side. They are asking me to do some training on logistics side, operation side. That's why I will try to do. But for just a new, but I can get just a few marketing set lah. But I try to market myself. We asking the friend to do all the marketing for me. Also happy for that, you know.
Yeah, good. Yeah, leverage on that. Oh, I wanted to share because we are going to Kota Kinabalu tomorrow, right? And then what Zeal did was actually posted in one of our Brands for Good community, isn't it? Brands for Good.
And also Arriba.
Brands for Good community say we are going to Kota Kinabalu. If anybody knows somebody, you know, there, want to meet up. And immediately we got this people, the eye doctors. They have an organization called the Global Eye Doctors, like I think to help the low income, you know, to gain sight or cataract operation or something. And they contacted us and said they want to host dinner, and you know, all this because somebody they know and they respect introduce us to them, and immediately they'll be like, oh, I also want to take care of this friend's contact, you know. So this is something, this is the human psychology, and it's that community feeling, you know. If I know that Jennifer is coming to Malaysia, and she's going to Indonesia, and then she say, okay, do you know anybody in Indonesia? It's my first time there and all that. I'll be like calling my friends in Indonesia, hey, you know, my friend from the US is coming. Who can meet up with her and maybe introduce her around, make her feel at home. And I know there will be people in Indonesia that wherever she's going who will be able to take care of her because they know me personally. And because Jennifer is my personal contact, they will want to take care of her. You know, that is how we also refer businesses to each other in that way. The trust is there. All right. And I've also experienced where I've referred people without knowing their business at all. This is also another mistake that I made. So that's why in this community is where we get to know each other's businesses. And when we refer, we feel really good that, hey, I know this is the good work this person is doing. I'm so happy to talk about her work to my friends. And because my friends trust me, when I talk about someone else's business, they will trust her as well, right? Yeah, and this is also some of the things, that's why I talk about values, I talk about, you know, you gotta get your messaging right, you gotta get your work right, and your values right and all that, so that when we refer, it's like, wow, we're so happy to refer, because I've done that in the past where I referred people, in the end, I get scolded, I get the bad name, because it's like, I referred somebody who was like really nasty in business and did a lot of things in the back and all that kind of thing. And it's just because I had a connection, right? So again, this is where in this community, we get to know each other's businesses, we find support, and you know, we get the messaging right, and also get to know the person before you refer a business as well, because if you don't know the person, it can go against your own brand as well if you don't know the what they actually do. You may not know them personally, but at least you know that they at least have a website, they have testimonials by customers who say good things about them. And that's why I always ask you all to get testimonials, get something good from your contacts to say something good about you, so that when we refer also, it is there's some weight there as well. Yeah. Okay. So
any other questions I want to ask? Anybody?
Okay. For me, I just want to get you all. So I try my best to market to your site. Then we see how it's going on. If everything okay, then we do as the best we can, right?
Okay. Encik Bahanuddin, how do you know us?
You always email me. Yeah.
Email. The email. We sent email. Okay, you're in our.
Baharuddin Yahoo. You know Baharuddin Yahoo.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's the power of the CRM system.
Yeah, correct. It's the power side.
Yeah. Okay, we also have a CRM system, Bahanuddin. If you are interested, people in our community, like all the ladies here, they all have the CRM system. So if you have not booked a call with Zeal, please do book a call with Zeal and find out how you can use the CRM system. Very powerful to apply in your business.
Maybe before that, we share with Bahar the overview of what we offer. Is it okay? We'll just share with you.
Okay, can. You can share to me.
Just to share.
Yeah.
The down there from the testimony.
Oh, okay. I see it.
Sekejap sekejap. Ya, ini testimoni Okay.
From Yuna.
Yuna punya. Ini.
Yep.
Okay. So,
yeah. So what we did was based on what we have learned and what we have knowledge. Right. We actually met Yuna where she was trying to start her own business from corporate, becoming a corporate. She was a corporate strategist. So but she doesn't know how. So what we did is in the first call we did a jumpstart call where we found out more about her business and we helped her to package and strategize her business properly. And then in just 3 days, she actually got 3,005 to start to invest in our platform on all the marketing things. And then she wanted to start her own business. So we teach her on how to do proper pitching and how to do the packaging. And in just 2 weeks, she got 70,000. And then she also got her first project, which is the International Women's Day project in Putrajaya. So that's some of the ways that we help our members. I want to share about this.
This one is 7K. Okay, this is from our WhatsApp group, right? A person who in the group achieved the highest month at that time, 7K. And we always celebrate 10K months, or I think recently 8K months. I've got people personally messaging me, but they're too shy to post in there.
What happened was a lot of people said, okay, I do my business for more than 5 years, but I cannot even hit my 10K. So then the moment they join our community, they managed to hit the 10K in the first month. Then we are wondering why is it? They have the same knowledge, the same resources. The one that makes a difference is a lot of mindset shift change. Their attitude, their vibe, their positive vibe. The more we change, align their mindset, and then when they are aligned with their purpose, because they already have the knowledge and skills, immediately they attract the right people. That's what that makes a lot of difference in what we do. We do a lot of mindset change.
Yeah, and this is what happened. This was pre-COVID. This was early March, and Lynn, this one was Yuna's event in Putrajaya, and she invited Noraisha and Chef Rosilla in the event, to the event. So imagine that, at that time we all could travel, right? So and Lynn pula Chef Rosilla and Noraisha came to Kuala Lumpur, and they had airtime to a target group of women, their target group. And after that, I think Rosilla's visibility also increased.
She got some customers from KL.
Customers from KL, and then Noraisha also got to promote herself and talk about her business. And I think Noraisha, you got some contacts from there as well, is it? Did you? Also some connections in Malaysia?
Yes, I got some connection from there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was forward where it's really a growth and extension.
Yeah. Exactly. And then Dr. Lily also was
from
Dr. Lily was an audience, and I did muscle test on her, remember? And now she's also in our community. So it's all about all of these things that we do. So since COVID, there was no offline events. We did more online. So we are starting to because we want to make sure that, the SOPs are intact when we do offline events. So offline events will be happening. And I'd like to find people from different countries to be able to host the offline events as well. And, hopefully when we all can start to travel again, we can visit each other's events as well in different countries. But my mastermind partner, the mastermind retreats for the premium partners will be every quarter, and it's going to still be offline where we're going to meet. So I'm just looking at whether by end of this year we all can start traveling. I'm looking at locations right now. If we can all start traveling by end of the year, all the premium members and also the gold members who are here, you can join in, but there will be you will have to pay. The premium members are all free to have a real mastermind where we all meet and really share about how we're going to take our business to the next level. Because I want people who do good, not just build a business where you trade, but do good and build empires. Like you build a real business empire, through your message and really create impact, So the system is still the same. It's just to grow it bigger, and make your message bigger. All right. Yeah, so these are some of the things that happened in the past. All sharing their successes. So I always encourage, do post your successes because it increases the vibe in the community. So these are the challenges that we notice a lot of businesses face during COVID, and even before COVID. They lose their job, or they face financial challenges, they don't have extra cash, they don't know how to pivot, and they struggle to market, and they don't have a support system.
A lot of people, they said, when we ask them what are you going to do, they say, I just want to wait and see another 2 more weeks. which became 1 month, which became
No,
2 months. So then by the time it's a bit too late already. So they have the most businesses at the moment, this kind of things happen, you need to immediately change or the way that you do things.
Yeah. So what we did was like what Zeal said, we listed our resources, we counted our joint venture partners, and started to increase our activities.
We did
and
a lot
also
of training, coaching online as well.
And even now, right now, I am actually putting away a lot of my offline training. I'm starting to get more corporate training. But for August and September, I have rejected some trainings so that I can give more attention to the people in our community, at least. So the huddles, I'll do that. I'm there for the huddles, and I'm there for the meetups. But what I'd like to do after maybe October onwards is to be able to have some of our members to lead this sessions as well, right? And that will give you a lot of visibility as well, and and also connections. Okay, so for Gold, we do have a membership because it is going to be a coaching session as well as mentoring, as well as being in community, as well as networking. This is what the community does, and we are also giving in the CRM, because like what we said, a lot of businesses, they meet a lot of people, but they don't keep in touch with them. They don't follow up. And a lot of businesses, they attend boot camps, 2-day seminar, 3-day seminar, and then they expect immediate results when it is actually a daily consistent effort. You cannot get a 2-day. You laugh at it now because all of you are business owners. People get diploma in entrepreneurship, and then they've never been an entrepreneur before, right? You can only be an entrepreneur not with a diploma, but with a business, with an enterprise at least. And you cannot be a leader by attending a 2-day leadership workshop and then, yeah, I'm a leader. No, you need followers, you need people to lead, you need to be a leader, and you need to actually have a certain purpose and get your people, your followers and all that. So you can't be something like learn about business just from a 2-day workshop. So that's why we need this community, so that it's consistent. So as a member, that's where we are mentoring and also keeping you in the community so that you stay on course. You don't run around and get lost, a shiny object here, shiny object there.
What we do is we combine not just mentoring, but we also combine helping marketing and visibility, because that's where people struggle. So the CRM is a very integral part of people, the businesses growing. So that's why we add in the CRM together when they join us. Even the Gold members, they actually get this CRM, whereas if you have to go on your own to create your own CRM system, it costs more than $5,000 US. So we actually include this in the package as well.
So people can get their own CRM, but normally businesses, they invest that CRM into their business, so they pay at least 5,000 for the whole thing. So for us, we include all of that in, and it's only $500 per year, $499 US per year, right? And we work with you on your personal brand, and it's not overnight. We see change as transformation. I mean, like some of you are coaches here, you coach people, but the real transformation is when it's consistent, when people do daily effort to actually apply that new version of themselves to themselves, right? So we also offer, because I know sometimes people find it's a bit challenging right now to get 500. We offer it at a smaller rate, which is $49. And we always say, if you are in business, you must be getting more than $50 US a month. So you'll be able to get back your money in less than a month, right? So it's all about you doing the work and getting one client should be able to cover $50. Okay. And for premium members, we are offering a lot more. We have, it's $2,500 per year, because we also include the sales and marketing automation platform, and also group coaching once a month, and also the one-on-one coaching. So only the premium members will get extra one-on-one coaching, and that is where they really, when they book the calls and they work on themselves, that's where they can get the results, the transformation. And the retreat is free.
They get the whole CRM system, which is this system, the sales and marketing. It's not just CRM, but it's also landing page, you can do, you can send surveys and all this. It's all included in one instead of paying separately for different service providers. It's all in one.
All in one, yeah. So, and also membership into AREBA. AREBA is the ASEAN Inclusive and Responsible Business Alliance, yeah. We will do more offline events, and the premium members will get airtime. And also, we also look at their businesses where we would like to promote them as well, to our network. And we have database over how many, 3,000, 5,000, combined together with Facebook and all that, more than 10K. We will also look at their business model, and we can work on a promotion also for them, priority service provider, media appearance opportunities, and cross-selling collaboration. So this is also opportunities for premium members, and the mastermind session. So this will be starting our quarterly mastermind in September. We're working out the format of this mastermind, and once COVID is the borders are open, we will be doing physical mastermind. We'll be going to retreats, different countries, because that's where you can really get different vibes, and AREBA is this organization, and we're launching it end of this month for Malaysia. So we're looking at different, right now we're talking to a couple of keynote speakers, Tengku Ida, who is the ASEAN CSR Network Board of Directors, most likely will be joining us. We're also looking at Bank Muamalat's chairman, Tan Sri Munir Majid, to also see his schedule, whether he can join us, and he knows about us, and we're just looking at where they can come in, and these are the lineup of speakers.
So this is a very good networking platform, because all the people here, they already have a lot of experience, as well as they have the network to refer us to different people. And the good thing is everybody wants to do good. And Zeal and I are the leaders in Malaysia. We will be organizing this. So we are also looking at right now our premium members have already volunteered themselves to host the breakout rooms. So the breakout rooms will be hosted by our own family leadership and Live a Legacy premium members, and that also puts them at a level of good branding lah. Okay, so this network promotes responsible and inclusive business, and it's already been chartered by the ASEAN countries already. So don't have to go
so we also offer easy payment for those monthly, it's 230. And that also includes will include photography. We are
we're gonna do for those
personal branding.
Members, we also focus on photography, which is on their profile plus their personal image, and everything together with this premium package.
With the premium,
and maybe even the video slot.
So all right, let's do this. Next one.
Okay. You forgot this. Okay. So one of the things that we do as a conscious business, we also help marginalized communities. So whoever joins our community, we will channel the profits to do digital marketing program for refugees. So we, inshallah, we're going to start on the 22nd of August for the refugees to start earning money online as well.
Okay, so upcoming virtual meetup is on the 26th of May. This is for feminine leadership. It will not be recorded because the speaker...
This one, I think the wrong address. I think August.
It's August, 26th of August. Next Wednesday. Not this coming Wednesday, next Wednesday. I'm having a speaker from Australia. She's Indonesian, but she lives in Australia. And she is going to talk about no progress, no change. She has a very interesting background as well, but she requested no videos, no recording. So you have to attend in order to get that, and how she came from a low-income Indonesian background, also used to live in a car and all that, to now thriving and doing her own coaching and training business.
So coaches and trainers is very highly encouraged to come and learn from her as well.
And then we have our Live a Legacy Conscious meetup on the 29th of August at 10 a.m.
So this one is for the feminine leadership, it's just for ladies, but Live a Legacy Conscious meetup is for both men and women. So you can invite your friends as well.
And our membership, each membership can put two people. So if you're a husband and wife team, the wife can be in the feminine leadership very actively in there. The husband can be in the Live a Legacy as well, right? So if you have you're not a husband and wife team, it can be like we have Samantha and Joanna, who are mother-daughter team. You can be you and your business partner. It can be you and your staff also. It's up to you.
What we encourage people is, if like you're not good in technical, for example, right? It's good to have somebody who is in the team to join that is good in technical, so then they can focus on the CRM system. So I will coach them how to use the CRM, so they can help you in the back office.
Yeah.
Follow up with your customers just using the CRM alone.
Yeah. So if you're not conversant in that, get your staff or get your PA to come in
that's what
as
we are
well.
doing now. We actually get our PA to do our CRM as well, and he's actually learning a lot. Actually now she's very advanced already.
Yes, young man. Yeah, because we are old school ourselves, so it's like when we got a young man inside and he's handling all this stuff, it really helps. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then somebody just joined.
Hazza. Yes.
Hazza, want to introduce yourself?
Say hello. No.
Can you hear us?
Okay,
Can
never
you hear
mind.
them? It's okay.
It's okay. All right.
Okay,
So any other questions?
Before we close it, let's any other questions?
Yes, Jennifer.
I just want to say that I think this is just fabulous. I love it. But I had an absolute incredible phone call last night, and it was fabulous. So Norshia and I are going to be mastermind partners, and I'm really excited. So
who's that?
Noraisha. Oh, okay,
yay!
Yeah, so pretty excited.
Yes, yes. Don't be surprised, Jennifer. With the right messaging, right packaging, your business will grow in Asia. Yeah, your networks will grow in Asia. And Noraisha, your business is already global. You can take it to the US as well. Yeah, awesome. This is exactly it. Yeah. So mastermind partners, make sure if you can, book a call every week. Stay 1 hour, focus. Follow the mastermind guide and support each other. And only within 90 days, the mastermind, and then you shift to a new partner. And that's how you grow. You grow your networks. And don't miss out on the other people in the community as well. Call them, just get to know them, see how you can get supported and get to know their business. So that's why we set this up, so that you can engage and also get to know each other. Yay!
It's gonna be really exciting, Murshidah. Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure. Yeah, great. Yeah. So any other questions, sharing?
Because I think we already overshoot at the time.
Okay, so with that, all right. So if you have not booked a call with Zeal, please book a call with Zeal for your CRM. And if you want to, Encik Bahanuddin, if you want to ask some more questions, or Hazza, if you have any more questions, you can also connect with us privately, and then we'll stay with you. And then Lynn will talk again soon and then we have the huddle on Wednesday. So the women, we have the huddle. So again, you can come up, any takeaways, any you're not sure, bring it up there. So we are all here to support each other. We want to see everybody grow, right? So within 1 year from the start until the 12 months you are with us, let's see some growth from there. Yeah, at least something. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much on that.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye, Murshidah.
Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.